Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Spitfire Saturday. Got two flights today. On top of we got the Spitfire first. We're going from Mansfield Municipal, which is in Rhode Island, and we're going to go over into New York. About an hour or so flight. And then we're going to pop over into the T-45C. It's the training aircraft used by the Navy Marine Corps to train naval aviators. It's carrier. It can land and take off on carriers. We're going to take that through the Mach Loop, and then we'll wrap it up for today. Let's go ahead and get in here and get our weather turned off so we have a nice clear flight. Now I forgot. I was going to do the startup and taxi out. The Spitfire has essentially been fixed. The little side door to the left of the pilot is now permanently in the up position or closed position. So you can...
Traffic Froggy 2377 taking off runway 32 departure to the west.
Ooh, wow. Hold up there. Yeah, it's raining. We don't want that. It is raining here right now, so I would imagine it's raining there. So all the lights are on. Let's just make sure we don't have anything else. So I have a little early morning takeoff here. And add on the other side for the lights. I can find it. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then also, so they have modeled in the external fuel tank that sits right below. I don't think we can see it here. Oh, yeah, it's there. Okay, so we're going to change that real quick before we take off, because we don't need all that. External down to 0. Close that. Bang. Alright, so there we are. We got that done. Yeah, you won't see that now, but it hangs underneath the lower intake there. It's kind of a weird shaped external tank. I'm used to the teardropped ones, but anyway, let's make sure our altimeter is correct. We take off. Yep, perfect. All right. Okay, and away we go.
Boston approach Froggy 2377 is type Supermarine Spitfire 1 miles northwest of 1 Bravo 9 or 700 feet. Request flight following.
Froggy 2377 Boston approach. Squawk 3372.
Squawk 3372 Froggy 2377.
Froggy 2377 radar contact 3 miles northwest of 1 Bravo 9 or 1,300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Froggy 2377.
Normally this thing just shoots right up, but I have to like add. I gotta force it to gain altitude. That's really weird. Alright.
Froggy 2377, contact Bradley approach on 119.0. Good day.
So yeah, we were right near Massachusetts when we took off. So we're going to be talking to...
2,100 feet.
Froggy 2377, Bradley approach altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
Yeah, normally this thing just wants to climb, but they must have made some kind of adjustment, but that's alright. There we go. Ooh, not too much. We just want a nice gentle climb. Perfect. There we go. Wow. That's new too. Morning, Bex. How are you? What we'll do, I have a runway plan for landing, but when we get over there by our airport there, our little field, we'll fly over and kind of have a look to see how it looks before we call in, so we can change our runway. Been out now home warming up. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's raining here, which is weird because the last couple days we've had snow. Not a lot, but, you know, we've had it. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised to wake up and find see it, or hearing it rain as I came into my little living room here. I could hear it. Oh, wow, that's kind of different, but it's supposed to be warmer today than it has been all week. Very strange weather. I got somebody's watching over on Twitch. I do appreciate that. Might be Mick lurking, I'm guessing. He might be making his lunch. I have enabled some stricter measures on Twitch, so if you are fairly new to the channel, you won't be able to comment just yet. You have to wait a week at least before you can comment But the rules still apply. No route requests, and certainly no political commentary. I don't care. Well, I care where you live, but whatever's going on for you, I don't really. There's nothing I can do about that. But I prefer to keep all that out the chat. There's always somebody who's going to have an opposing view, who's not going to hear your view, and then it's going to get ugly. And that doesn't solve anything. So I prefer to keep it out of the chat. What else? I need to finalize the video and I will link it in my YouTube, in the Twitch. I was going to cover all that and some other things that I can't. There's not really a place that I can do all that. In Twitch, it seems like, where I can explain the channel in better detail, what I do and don't do, that sort of thing. So, I gotta get that done so that everybody understands what the rules are. I was hoping that it wasn't never going to come to that, but apparently it's something that has to be done, unfortunately, because people try to take over people's channels, or they start acting up in the chat because they want the attention. So if that's the kind of attention you're seeking, I was ready as well. Well, I'm trying to. I was hoping Nick would pop in because I want to make him a mod over on the Twitch channel as well, so that he can do more than what he was doing on Thursday. Now, speaking of Thursday, I have deleted those videos on Twitch and on YouTube. It was just a hot mess, and part of it, I was upset because there was a lot of things happening that didn't make any sense, and then coupling that with people acting up in the chat, it just didn't go very well overall. So we should kind of level off here, hopefully. We'll see, now it wants to drop in altitude. So one didn't help the other, and trying to figure out the answers, and then people acting up, it was ridiculous. So I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I was hoping Mick would be here. I don't know. I think Battlefield did him in last night. Man. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, we're. I kind of suspect it's going to be quiet in the chat today. So, oh well. Ooh, I think I just... Was that a flash of lightning? It seemed like there was a flash of lightning just outside. I saw it kind of through the window, and it kind of lit up my little deck here at my apartment. It might just be one of those days today. Quiet. Yeah, so we can do the we can start doing the startup and all that on the Spitfire. Matter of fact, next Saturday, that's what we'll do. Well, oh, watching on the phone, doing Christmas things at the moment. All right, Nick. And here I thought you had your latte and sandwich and you were kicking back in the man cave, resting, enjoying a nice Saturday afternoon. Now, one of the things I did discover, I didn't know this, but you can check this out. So if you look,
contact Bradley approach on 125.35. Good day.
If you look across the wings here, right?
Froggy 2377.
We'll wait for
Bradley approach Froggy 2377, 7,800 feet.
Froggy 2377, Bradley approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
So you'll see there's nothing on the front part of the wings there, the leading edge, right? Now if I zoom in down here, go over by the magneto, where is it? It's going to be kind of hard to, might have to do it a different way. It should say, oh, I might have to, I can only do it on the ground. Hello, Amy, how are you? There's a way that you can, it'll like spawn in where the cannons would be, like the machine guns that were mounted on the Spitfire. Trying to see if I can't find it. If I can click it. It's like just below the magnetos. It's like right below there. But it's, yeah, I would have to have done it on the ground, I think. So yeah, you can, you know, there's a way to do it, but I think you have to be on the ground, and then they'll show up right there on the front where they would be at normally. Okay, this is the blob I've been hearing about. So, somehow this weird trail behind some aircraft, and some people have noticed it with the F-16, so it's not something that is there is an F-16 out now, but it hasn't been released on the Xbox marketplace yet. But anyway, so yeah, there is an option to do that, but I can't seem to access it in the air. I go, it gives me all kinds of other things, not what I'm looking for. It's the mixture. Yeah. Oh well. I'm doing okay, Amy. A little bit warmer today. We've got rain instead of snow. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I think next Saturday's Spitfire flight, which will be the last one of the year, and we'll pick it back up in 2022. We'll do the actual startup and taxi out. It's not difficult at all. Matter of fact, I was able to get it started up right away without any fuss. So I was pretty happy with that. I was like, yeah, nice. I can finally start this no problem. So we'll do all that. I did learn how to start up the T-45C Went through all that yesterday. But we won't worry about that. We're just going to take off from our usual airport, make a quick run down to the Mach Loop, run through there a few times, have some fun, and then we'll land that, and then we'll be done. Next week's Mach Loop run, which will be the last one for 2021, we're taking the MB339, which is a Italian-built training aircraft, light attack plane. It's a jet. It's also used for the Italian version of the Blue Angels. It's like their aerobatic demonstration. Oh, there it goes. Toggle cannons. There it is. Now you can see them. Now we're full. Now we're armed, armed and dangerous. We'll turn those back off. But yeah, so you can pretend you're strafing or whatever, have fun, do some dog fights or whatever. So we'll take that one through the Mach Loop next Saturday. We won't take the F-18. I'm waiting to see if there's some improvements for the F-18 in 2022, and then we'll have some fun with that. And then what else? I have found essentially the Star Wars Canyon, aka, or it's the Rainbow Canyon, aka the Star Wars Canyon. Found that location this morning real quick before we kind of general idea of where it is, and so that will be our next fun flying experience in 2022. You know, we did the Mach Loop for a while. Now we'll do the Star Wars Canyon, and then what else? Yeah. Then we'll find another place to fly after that we can do some fast runs through there. We may. I know there's like the Swiss Alps. I think there was a lot of air bases there in Italy that were kind of in a mountainy region that we can run through there as well. Just for fun.
Contact Albany approach on 132.825.
Oh, there's the state capital of New York. We'll be passing by Albany.
132.825 for Froggy 2377. Albany approach Froggy 2377, 8,500 feet.
Froggy 2377, Albany approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
Alright, so, let's see. So yeah, we are in New York now for sure. If we're talking to Albany approach, we've probably been in New York for quite a bit now, the state at least. So yeah, we're just plodding along here. But one of the areas, I gotta find it and find a nearby airport, is the Watkins Glen in New York. We would take off and fly over the racetrack, obviously, and then we would do. But there's the Watkins Glen, the state park there, which is it's one of the gorges here in New York. I like to be able to kind of fly over that in something low and slow, so that we can kind of get a look at that from the air. Really beautiful area. And then we may, depending on where it is, and I got to look at the map, then we may come across the Five Finger Lakes. Yeah, I think it's something's happened recently, because some people noticed it when the F-16 was released earlier this week on the PC side. and they thought it was something to do with, it was a problem with the F-16, but they keep saying they see this blob, which is what we see in the back there. We don't see, like normally when we have the contrail, because we're up at a higher altitude and it's colder, it goes back. So I think there's a little bug or something that was introduced that that they need to kind of look at. But I'm sure that's the least of their concerns for the time being. And it may be because there is the open beta for the they're testing the new update right now, so it may be because of that too. So you just never know when things are going to get introduced that's going to cause all kinds of headaches. So good stuff. No, there is an airport in Albany. And I think it's going to be to our left there somewhere. But I know the flight plan I made, it said we were going to go by Albany. Yeah, we should have the sun coming up behind us here any moment now. We'll have a little bit of light when we get ready to land here. So yeah, there is the open beta right now, because I've been looking on the forums. There's been a lot of feedback, things that are working, or a lot of things that aren't working. So but I'm just glad they fixed the door so that we can do a cold startup and taxi out and take off. I think next time I fly the Spitfire, not this coming Saturday, but when we get back into it in 2022, I'd like to take off from Las Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base, and then head over towards Miramar Naval Marine Corps Air Station. It's no longer a naval air station; it's a Marine Corps Air Station, where the Top Gun school used to be. Just to have an interesting flight, you know, I think that'd be kind of a cool thing. Here we are, back on track. We weren't too far off of it. We're headed the right direction. Yeah, that'd be kind of a cool thing, I think. Morse skates. Morse. Just Morse. A little break from Inspector Morse. Watching some comedy shows. Morse can be a little too serious for me. But it's a fun show. I like it. I was going to advance the time a little bit, but I figured this would be kind of a neat flight. We got the sun coming up behind us. So it should be peeking over the horizon there any moment now. It should certainly be up higher up in the beyond the horizon by the time we get ready to land here. It's not a switch, you just... Okay. See, I was zoomed in down here the other day, checking all the stuff, and I thought there was like a hidden switch down here. Just like there's, if you look down below here, there's a switch that'll take the, remove the gun sight. Okay, that's all right. I was hoping we would, there's an area that's really nice that I've been to once before for a car show. Saratoga Springs, really beautiful area. It was kind of in a weird place for a car show, or it was like it was the Hemmings car show, I think. And they've since moved it over to a better location up by the Five Finger Lakes. But I wish the little mirror up here was a little more usable. It'd be kind of nice that you could adjust it to, so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. A little more detail below us coming in. Finally kind of leveled off here, I think. Thankfully. A lot of small airports in this area, I think, generally for the dust cropping.
Froggy 2377, contact Albany approach on 118.05.
We're still talking to Albany.
Good day.
Going to 118.05 Froggy 2377. Albany approach Froggy 2377, 8,800 feet.
Froggy 2377, Albany approach altimeter 29.92, continue as planned.
There's an airport, looks like way out there. I see the... Is that an airport? Yeah, it looks like there's the runway lights just off the tip of the nose there. I don't see the marker yet for it. I think there's a couple water runways there, possibly. Interesting. So yeah, I was looking at the forums yesterday. There's a huge, I wouldn't say huge, but I think it's probably grown. I haven't looked at it yet this morning, but there's a post about the long-term plan for Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox. The consensus is that a lot of people say it was advertised as the same experience as you would get on the PC. And a lot of people say, well, that's obviously not the case. Where'd it go? See, it did pop in that airport. Now, it's kind of weird. Sometimes it's, you know, it shows up and then it disappears. There's Saratoga. It should be Saratoga Springs. I think that's the, yep, Saratoga County Airport. So we are near Saratoga Springs itself. So Albany is just a little bit behind us now. So when I went up to Saratoga, I kind of skirted around Albany, New York, the state capital. Yeah, a lot of people feel that it's hit and miss what works, what doesn't. That the lack of, you know, when somebody releases a product, if it doesn't work, you know, it's like they just give up, you know, and it may just be that the fixes are way more than they can figure out, and so they just don't bother. They take their money and they run. I think we can go ahead and turn these down. I'll just keep a little light on. Or just leave a little bit of light on for Mick. We'll leave the light on for you. Oh, it looks like a track or something. Oh, I wonder if that's a horse racing track. Looks like it would be. I think there is a horse racing track there in Saratoga Springs. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people are, you know, they're trying to be patient with the way that things are right now on the Xbox. But a lot of people are saying they'll take this for right now, but as soon as they can get together a gaming PC, they're going to ditch the Xbox version for the PC. Now, some people said that what I own already will transfer over. It should be a smooth transition because I just sign in with my Xbox Live account, and then it would be able to populate in. Fingers crossed, of course, because, you know, sometimes that we hope it works, but it may not. So they, but yeah, a lot of people are just kind of fed up that they don't never talk about what their plans might be for the Xbox. How are they going to address the issues, kind of thing. And so yeah, it's kind of. But yeah, a lot of the things that are being said in there, I think everybody's like, yep, I feel the same way. And even some of the PC players are like, man, we didn't know it was that bad for you guys. You know, we just assumed that you were getting the better part of the deal. So, yeah, it's on my list of things. Hopefully, sometime next year I can get a gaming PC put together, a fairly decent one, and then get all the peripherals, the HOTAS stuff, and then basically kind of learn to fly again, because we've been using just a little controller. You know, we have to start getting used to using the flight stick and the rudder pedals, and you know, an actual throttle quadrant. So it'd be fun. Alright, so we're almost there. Let's see if the sun is peeking up. Oh, there it is, right behind the blob. The blob's blotting out the sun. I wonder if... Let's see if we pull back on the mixture a little bit. If that changes anything. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's just make for the airport, that little field proper, and then we'll have a look and see. Make sure that the runway that I picked is going to be, in fact, be the one, or we can change it before we set down. Oh, yep, sun's just peeking up now. Alright, kind of start slowing down here, and we should start just kind of naturally descending here. There we go.
Froggy 2377, contact Boston Center on 121.35.
Why would I contact Boston Center all the way out here? That seems rather far.
121.35 Froggy 2377. Boston Center Froggy 2377, 8,400 feet.
Froggy 2377, Boston Center, altimeter 29.902, continue as planned.
Yeah, that seems like a very far to be talking to Boston Center. Interesting. I've been reading up quite a bit. I've been kind of doing some homework, so to speak, about the wind speeds at the altitudes where jetliners cruise at, and it's really fascinating. Kind of just getting a better understanding about the about how that all works, and why, if you're flying west to east, the pilots look for the pressure systems. When they find the colder air, they go just below that, just south of it, actually, to find the warmer air, and that's why you get the tailwind, that you fly faster going towards the east coast from the west coast. They purposely try to find that air trail, so that it's easier for them to navigate, and plus it's a much smoother ride, and you go quicker without much a lot of stress on the engines, so it saves fuel as well, and wear and tear on the plane. Yeah, because I was like looking at, I'm like, how? And somebody said that they've been in a place where the winds have gotten up to 245 knots. That was like a rare occurrence, but okay, let's have a look here. Okay, 4 is the one coming. It'll be off the just to the left of the K09. So I think that's our best option here. That looks like a good option still. We'll go ahead and do that real quick.
Kilo 09er traffic Froggy 2377 3 miles southeast, 3,900 feet inbound to land runway 4.
All right, there we are. We'll have a nice little landing over the lake here. Oh, were we actually using fuel? Huh. I just looked at that and said we had 29%, so I wasn't paying attention if we were actually using fuel, because I usually have the fuel as unlimited. Huh. We were well within our range of the aircraft without the fuel tank. Lower landing gear so we don't forget that. All right, hopefully this is going to be a nice landing. We'll see after we had the little hiccup last time. Oh, a little bumpy here coming in. All right, so 20. It's been staying at 29. It hasn't changed because it would have changed by now for sure. Okay, so the blob is gone. It must be at a certain altitude it just shows up. Yes, I am, Bex. We're going to hop over into the T-45 and take a run through the Mach Loop. So, yeah, as soon as we hopefully put this on the ground nice and easy. Alright, here we go. Let's just have a quick look outside. Ooh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That's what happens when you look outside for too long. Ooh, we are off the runway here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That was not the way I wanted to do it. Boy, it just went right into the ground. Well, we're on the we're on the ground, kind of. At the PC now and saw the message come up before I could type. That's all right. So hold on, Mick. I want to mod you. You're on the channel on the Twitch side. Well, that wasn't quite the landing I was hoping for, but at least we're on the runway, so it counts. I have to move the throttle out the way to turn the battery off. I really wish there was a better way to get to it. Alright, well, yeah, that's true. At least we are the right way up this time. We weren't, oh well. We took off in the night, so we got a little bit of night flying. 26 seconds. That can't be right. Really? Oh well. I guess so. Alright, let's go back here. Same landing. You know, it was kind of weird because I throttled back and I was trying to keep the nose up to kind of bleed off the speed, and it's really weird because I was trying to think this morning about the flaps. It seems that the flaps just throw everything off, even though it's meant to do, it's meant to help you. They're just not, it doesn't, it seems like it adds more problems than anything. I don't know. Oh, there it is. And then we're going to take the... Yeah, we'll take this one. I think it's already... Yep, there we go. All right, so let's pop across the ocean here. There's our airport, our good friend Lombetter. I think I'm saying that correctly. I don't know. Part, and we're just going to go right. So what I want to do, I want to put, because this should be like the entrance to the area right here. So I think I'm going to put a marker right there, so we know which way we're heading. Ooh, it's raining there, it looks like. Yeah, well, because you're generally here, Mick, and I trust you. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. I'm guessing you just got in from the chip shop. Yeah, I think you kind of know what, you know, what the expectations are and everything. So real quick, the T-45C, it's developed by Boeing, but it's a British Aerospace. There it goes. The BAe Hawk is a carry-cable version of the British Aerospace Hawk. It's just a...
Froggy 2377 altimeter 29.902 and 236 at 21. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 17.
Okay, we are cleared for takeoff. All of our systems are on. Just have a quick look around. So yeah, you can see there's the tail hook for carrier landing, and then it has the launch arm to take off from a carrier. So yeah, this trains Navy and Marine Corps pilots in naval aviation procedures. So yeah, neat little plane, I think. Alright, let's go. We're not going to break the sound barrier or anything in this plane, but it's got a little get up and go to it. Price increase. Oh.
Foggy 2377, continue for south departure.
Why don't you continue
Land
for
through
the
Tower
south
Froggy
departure?
2377, continue for south departure.
Now, I did do a test flight in this thing last night in Hawaii. I took off from Honolulu. There is a military portion of the field there at Honolulu. And I flew over to Maui. And it was a neat little flight. But there's a way that if I make a flight plan like I normally do, I can put it in, I could hit waypoint, this one, and then auto, and then it would just take me. I flew, it doesn't have like an autopilot.
Squawk 4346.
Squawk 4346 Froggy 2377.
Froggy 2377 radar contact 6 miles south of land over 3,500 feet. Altimeter
All of our lights should be on. Yep.
Roger Froggy 2377.
So yeah, all of our lights should be on automatically. Did I change the weather? I don't think I did, but let's just change it just to be on the safe side. I did not. That way we don't have to worry about anything. Alright, folks. Get your sick bags ready. Here we go. Hello, Chris. You came in just in time. Oh, no, Bex. Bex. Ha-ha. Let's go wake up the folks here by the Mach Loop. What do you say, huh? Beck's going to be looking away now. Like, yep. This is the part where I go to the kitchen or living room and play solitaire. Kind of feels like I'm like way too close. I don't know why, but there's a little town there that the Mach Loop is named after. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hopefully, this isn't as fast as the Eurofighter, so we shouldn't have any kind of crazy sort of stuff happening this time. Good morning from Wales. You know, it's amazing that a place like this draws so many tourists to the area, because there's a place there's a couple places that people find that they can get like really good photos and video of the planes as they go through the Mach Loop. Ooh, wow. Almost land right there, looks like, if he had to. But who would have known that this little countryside in Wales would be such a popular destination? There was a subway. Oh, Bex, it's not that bad. Those wind generators, energy generators. Look at that. See how low we can get before we get into trouble. So yeah, we flew this once before. We flew from Hunter Army Airfield to Beaufort Marine Corps Air Station. So yeah, it's nice to kind of come back to a plane that we did fly before, but we just didn't get a lot of time with it, so or just haven't done much with it. Oh, Bex, if you ever flew in a military helicopter and they know that you don't do well with flying, I can promise you they would treat it like a roller coaster ride for you. Oh, they would make sure you left there really miserable. Try to get through. Ah, here we go. This is what. Let's try to get low here. Oh, look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, that was a close one, Bex. What do you think? Where's Sue? I figured Sue would have been here as well. I felt like, oh no, if he's flying through the Mach Loop again, oh no, that's not going to happen. You know, Bex, they left you to suffer alone, Sue and Amy did. I think they just buggered off. At least if you had some moral support with you, it wouldn't be so bad. That might be... Wow, the plane was really struggling there. Little. Where is it? There we go. We're going to go this way, and we'll come around and we'll hang a... Now, I did look up some history of the airport that we took off from. It was a RAF base, and now it's used for drone development. I know what I'm going to do. Let's go out here and then turn around and come back in that little... And the airport name has changed. It's not EGOD. It's now EGFD. There is an airport over in Ireland called EGAD, EGAD, and EGOD, EGOD. I think it was too close, so they changed the EGOD one. Yeah, the airport has changed name. I tried to look up some information about it last night just to kind of get a feel for what, you know, what some airport information, but it didn't give me a lot other than there was I think there still is, there's a Hawk unit, training unit up in Valley, I think, just to the north of that area. They moved their Hawk trainers to the one that we just took off from, and because there was like a big festival or something, and the noise of the military craft would be too much, so they moved it so they could continue training without interrupting some big festival or something. So I thought that was kind of cool. Well, I think we've woken up the folks here. Well, they ought to be awake. It's like late afternoon there already, or just about 12:30 going on 1. All right, let's just one more time for Bex. All right, there we go. All right, we'll knock it off now. Ooh, wait, that's not what it... Oh, yeah, that's kind of what it... Ooh, wow, we just shot right up there. Alright, let's head over towards the airport there. Oh, wow, we are way high. Look at that. Alright, let's just go ahead and... We'll lose a little bit of altitude here while I call in for landing.
Land for Tower Froggy 237-710 miles south, 9,200 feet to land.
Froggy 2377 land enter tower. Altimeter 29.9er, 2 wind 271 at tree.
Oh, we got a straight in approach. I like it. I like it.
Fly straight in runway tree 5 Froggy 2377.
Ooh, there it is. Alright, let's get rid of that. Alright, that's all you get for $5. watched that movie the other day, Flight of the Intruder. If you haven't ever seen it, I highly recommend it. It's not a bad film. Danny Glover, William Dafoe, or Willem Dafoe? I don't think it's William, it's Willem Dafoe. Do greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. Nice to have you all here. Nice to be back after Thursday's shenanigans. And we'll be back tomorrow, flying around Washington, D.C. Nice tour of the nation's capital and the surrounding area. We'll check out the Capitol Mall, home of a lot of the Smithsonian Institute museums. Georgetown and some other places, and just see the Capitol building, the Washington Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, not the Washington Memorial, Washington Monument.
Foggy 23771 at tree. Cleared to land runway tree 5.
A hand flew in the ILS approach yesterday
Cleared
into
to land
Maui. It was
runway tree
quite
5 Froggy 2377.
spectacular, if I do say so myself. I was quite pleased. I think if I'd been streaming it, Mick would have been like, that's the kind of land, that's the kind of flying I like to see. So we'll land, we'll taxi over, we'll shut it down. Oh, nice, Daniel. Well, hopefully you'll appreciate the trip there and around DC. Take off from a small airfield in the Bird Dog. We'll tour around, and then we'll land, and then we'll be on our way, or we'll be done. What's all the fussing about? Jeez, it's too early in the morning for this crap, I swear. It's like people look for reasons to fuss. I don't get it. I was hoping the rain would have subsided by now. Alright, there's our... I like these straight-in approaches. It's a little bit easier, I think.
Power.
Uh-oh. Plenty of runway to work with, though. We can kind of just float above the... Ooh, there we go.
Foggy 2377 exit runway when able.
Well, that wasn't too bad. That's better than the Spitfire one, huh? Now check this out. We're gonna get fancy here. There we go. Get some of that fresh Oh, Dulles. I think I've been through Dulles once. It was oh man, it was crazy. Oh, this isn't the usual way we take. Interesting.
Foggy 2377, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, I'm turning. I'm there. Calm down.
Foggy 2377, contact ground on 122.5.
122.5 Froggy 2377. Land for ground, Froggy 2377, request taxi to parking.
Froggy 2377, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha, cross runway 15 Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha, cross runway 15 Bravo, Froggy 2377.
You really have to throttle this thing up to get it moving, but once you do, it's not that bad. Alright, where's this taking? Okay, right there. Got a pigeon out here on my little deck looking for food. He'll be pecking in the parking lot once the rain lets up, I'm sure, looking for bugs and stuff. So how was it, Bex? You okay? Your tummy okay? You didn't lose your breakfast, did you? Or your lunch, for that matter? It's okay if you did. It's not a big deal. It happens. What the fuck? Sorry about that. It's just people acting stupid around here. I don't know if somebody just stole something from somebody or what the hell's going on, but oh, it's Mellow in disguise. No, oh God, no. I think Mellow, no, this is just, it's just people acting up. I'm trying, it's like, I don't know where they came in from or who they're here to talk to or what's going on, but we've had some people who are like squatters, essentially, I think, have been showing up in one of the parts of the apartment. Like they disappear during the day and then they come back later in the evening when nobody will be around, basically. But yeah, somebody was arguing or something, and somebody took something and ran out my building, like downstairs. So I don't know what's happening, but the guy kept looking, like I think he could see me, that I was looking at him, like I was ready to get on the phone and call the police if necessary, if they were getting violent. Anyway, well, there we go. Nice little flight today. And now he popped back, and whoever this is, he's yelling at somebody. I don't know who. Man, I gotta get out of this place. Too many weirdos. I mean, I might be strange, but I'm not that bad. Goodness gracious. Can't just have a nice quiet Saturday morning. Apparently it is, like, it's just lately, it seems like within the last year or so, we just had a lot of strange people showing up around here. It didn't used to be so bad, but it's just gotten worse lately. I don't know why. Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh. Alright, we just gotta move up just a bit. That's good enough. That's close enough for government work. There it is, the Red Hawks. Nice little run through the Mach Loop. The interior of the aircraft that would have been covered in Bex's sickness. Can't hear them get closer. No, I don't want to get closer. I would imagine if Bex had actually been in here, the whole inside of the plane would have been covered with Bex getting sick. Alright, let's go ahead and shut it down. Yeah, it's a neat little plane. I'd like to get the British version, the Hawk, that this is based on, because I think it'd be kind of cool to have. But yeah, it's a little neat trainer jet, you know. It's not fast, but it's pretty maneuverable and fun to fly. All right, oops. The only thing is I don't like these. Get these caution lights. All right, let's just turn off the batteries, which are right there. Ooh, look, my pilot spawned in all of a sudden. All right, so there we are. That was only 18 minutes. Wow, that felt like a lot longer, didn't it, Bex? 18, almost 19 minutes. 19 minutes of pure misery for Bex. Except for the landing. I think she was okay with the landing. And the takeoff. Anyway, that is going to do it for today, folks. I will see you all tomorrow, same time. Washington, D.C. Nice flying tour. See some spectacular sights. We'll fly over the reflecting pool and all that. Kind of just have some fun. Kind of see the sights, and then we'll call it a day. And then we'll be back on Monday. Oh, real quick before I wrap things up, just a kind of a channel note. Wednesday's flight is canceled. We won't be doing that one. So I have to change that to another. That's the 15th of December. I will not make it back in time to be able to do that flight. So we'll redo that one in 2022, and then we'll go from there. So Wednesdays is canceled. So anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I will see you all tomorrow, Washington, D.C. flying tour. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Peace. Live long and prosper.